Welcome to my Paralogue walkthrough of the True Chivalry Paralogue. This is Felix's Paralogue. Now, I've already made some preparations because this Paralogue isn't particularly difficult, but I just had to make some preparations just so that I wouldn't immediately start failing because I had the wrong units. It can be a bit of a long Paralogue depending on what you do, so do keep that in mind. That said, let's get started. Your victory conditions, just defeat the enemy commander. Your defeat conditions are slightly unique for this Paralogue. Felix or Rodrigue falls in battle. Felix you should have anticipated, of course, because it's his Paralogue. Rodrigue, however, since he's not a controllable character, might be a little bit more difficult.
Some villagers are...
Felix, my son.
Now you can rescue villagers that are being attacked by bandits to save them. They already have some, shall I say, escorts, which will be these kingdom soldiers. But by and large, nothing too... I mean, this Paralogue isn't very difficult in the sense that, well, everyone's going to be too difficult to defeat. The enemy commander is in this upper left part of the map. Defeat him and everything else is good. However, it's a long way from you to him, and you're going to see reinforcements spawn every now and then if you don't take out some leaders. For example, this guy will spawn reinforcements from this point if you don't take him out. But otherwise, it's just a pretty standard battle. Nothing too out of the ordinary or extraordinary.
I just worked harder.
I stand ready.
Do be aware that there are a lot of units, so it is entirely possible that you get overrun if you extend yourself too far.
I did it. I did.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem though. Although I am going to rush the commander because time.
Me?
I got this.
Always get to Rodrigue as fast as you can. It's a good idea.
ready and willing.
Not because I assume that you're incapable of doing so. It's just because Rodrigue
Let us away.
needs to stay alive for this Paralogue to even be successful. If he doesn't stay alive, you lose. So just keep that in mind. Bandits will fight back against the kingdom soldiers, but it's nothing too bad or serious.
Everything will be fine.
Now, it's important to note that the moment Rodrigue says that, the villagers will start moving towards that light blue square. The big problem with that is, it's guarded. So you will, if you aren't able to rush the enemy commander right away, you will have to clear out this part of the map. Of course, that's a very big if.
Plenty more where that came from.
It's helpful to note that this is an onager that you can use to target some particularly powerful or annoying units. It has a limited range, but it also does, as you can see with these light orange arrows, does have splash damage, so it can be useful for taking out a crowd, if you need to.
It's not luck. It's fate.
Weakling.
As I said, that was the reinforcement square. Now, I've overleveled my units so that they will be fine no matter what happens, but you still want to be in a position where, again, you don't struggle too much because even though you've got a lot of allies on this battlefield, it can drag on for a while if you're not careful.
You fought well. That is that.
Rodrigue is actually a really powerful character. So keeping him alive shouldn't be too difficult unless he gets overrun. In which case, well, there are probably bigger problems that you have with this game. And I don't mean like I think you're playing poorly or stupidly. It's just, obviously if Rodrigue ever gets swarmed, you probably have to think of a new tactic to avoid getting swarmed. Move. Obviously, let's not leave Rodrigue all on his own.
Sorry, but victory is mine. The stronghold is out.
That's capturing another stronghold tile.
I get things done.
Just gonna clear it here because there's no real need for the other characters right now.
Who knew?
Still highly recommended that you clear out as many units as you can, especially if you're trying to evacuate
That's the golden deer for
the
you.
villagers through this light blue square, because if you don't, well, the units are going to end up in a fight. This bandit's not like a strong guard, but he still will be troublesome. Anyway, I've spent enough time. Let's finish this. Once you defeat this enemy commander, he is a pretty powerful assassin. His speed is extremely high, so it's likely he'll get a second attack in on you, as you can see. But otherwise, he does not have the equipment to respond to range. Although he has his own battalion, so he will use gambits if he gets too close. So, I would recommend using an archer / sniper, or a mage. He'll go down,
That should do it.
and that's the end of the mission. If you saved every villager, you will get the best reward. Otherwise, it will just depend on how many villagers you saved. Just send that to the convoy. And that is the True Chivalry Paralogue completed. Really, just take your time, keep Rodrigue alive, and defeat as many enemies as possible on your way to the enemy commander. This isn't a particularly difficult paralogue if you keep your wits about you and take advantage of keeping your units close together and your enemies rushing towards you. Also, defeat enemies at strongholds to prevent reinforcements from coming in. That is it for this paralogue walkthrough. If you liked this video, please do subscribe. There will be more videos like this in the future. Until then, I will see you at the next paralogue, and thank you once again. Thank you so much for watching.